Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Spiritual Hub. It's your girl coming to you live with the message of what you need to know today. So, you guys, let's go ahead and get into this energy read. Okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the top layer because I picked 3 cards, which is one overall energy card clarified by 2 clarifiers. Okay. So immediately we're seeing a 9 of Cups energy here. And with the 9 of Cups, it's that celebratory energy. Very abundant, very prominent. It's also waiting for your harvest. Okay? And waiting for that harvest sometimes can be difficult. But in this depiction, it's not difficult. There seems to be a almost smugness, but definitely a cheerfulness. Okay, glee. Okay. Also, what I'm seeing here with the 9 of Cups is that you could be experiencing some burdens. Okay. I do feel like it's more emotional, right? I do feel like it's definitely a more emotional type of a burden, being because it has to do with the relationships in your life and how you correlate, with those emotions, so it's definitely a different vibe. And it's funny because what I'm seeing here is like the harvest is full. So you definitely are getting abundance, and while you're trying to experience this spiritual journey, you're also trying to manifest, I feel like it's being a manifesting a different burden, because you're like, okay, I know that there's going to be some type of burden. I'd rather manifest the kind of burden that moves me forward and others, and so it's a really deep understanding of what I'm seeing here, and then we've got the Emperor card, which is saying, you do have that stability, you do have that foundation, you do have that support system, and you are building or are a part of an empire. And what is an empire? It is the growth and expansion of a foundation. You know what I mean? The growth and expansion. And I feel like it's really growing in all ways. And for the kids, like, it happens to be a gift that keeps on giving. So whatever you're taking part of, or whatever you're, starting, whatever you're doing, as far as a solidification stance and growing an empire, it really is in its most innocent stages, in its most crucial time. It's in the best time of understanding. Yeah. And it's like, you could be projecting things onto other people and people projecting onto you, while also understanding exactly what you're projecting. So like whenever, for example, in an empire, let's say the empire is, for example, the spiritual hub. Okay. So if this empire is building and you become a part of this empire, then you are now projecting your energy or your, values, your morals, you're projecting that on to your teammates and to your, life, just as well as the company is projecting, what it expects and what it supplies and what it demands, all in the same agreements, which is really bringing a profound sense of understanding and harmony. Because especially with the dolphins here, because the dolphins are the most intelligent of all. They're the most intelligent. So they definitely understand. And if you hone into that energy of the dolphin, you'll really be able to move forward, swimming with the flow of life, gracefulness. And they do save humans. Dolphins do. And then you've got a victory card. Yeah, so it's like you've had victories, manifesting different opportunities before. You've seen start to finish, or start to current as far as something that you were trying to manifest, and you realize, okay, I am successful. You have other people who see, okay, I'm successful. I can do this, I could do that. You have other people who are investing and supporting in your same, purpose driven, whatever it is, right? Because they understand that we are all one. Yeah. Also understanding that means that, okay, if you're not feeling, 100% balanced or okay with balancing your own energy, then you might want to start going with the flow of the, collective. Because going with the flow of the collective is also a way to understand each individual part. It is all simultaneously cohesive. Okay. Yeah. And it's also like here with the shadow side, it's being able to take a real look, at the inner self, and being able to be like, okay, how am I negative? How do I traumatize people? How do I hurt people? How do I, how have I came across inadequate? How can I, just different things like of how do you project, and that whenever you're being irritable, when you're being shallow, when you're being harsh, when you're being, a bit on the negative side, these things, but it's time to shine light on that side so that, you can accept that side, embrace that side, understand that side, as well as the other side, and bringing them together, having light throughout everything. Just because it's darkest times doesn't mean that there's not light in those darkest times. There's definitely light. We are the light. Our light is, the versions of us that we're pursuing to be. Okay? Definitely. And it does take participation, just like manifestation. It takes participation. You have to show up. Showing up is half the battle. And then knowing is half the battle. So if you know and you show up, if you show up because you know something, that's the whole thing. You already showed up. You're not even trying. You showed up at that point. You already did what you were supposed to do by showing up. That's your participation. And, you're doing what you're meant to do as far as, putting in the right energy and expecting that energy to come back to you in a breakthrough, in such a breakthrough way. And it will, and it is. And this is confirmation that those breakthroughs are coming one after one, after one, after one, after another, after another, after another. Because that's the energy that we're in. And with the temperance, it's like you've had such patience with yourself, and had such a patience with the things that you've gone through and the way that you've chose to handle things, and a patience with other people, and such a forgiving for other people, or even a want to forgive other people, or a want to be better, a want to be more positive, a want to be more active, and putting the knowledge that you're receiving and downloading, and putting that into something creative that's going to go out there and bring more back to you. And it's this understanding of reciprocity that you truly do have that is profound for the time being. You have the perfect kind of guidance that you need, and you also give perfect guidance because you know what you've been through, so you know how to help people through. Yeah, you're like, dude, be creative. You know what I mean? Study if you want to study. Dance if you want to dance. Sing if you want to sing. Go do drugs if you want to go do drugs. Do whatever it is that you want to do. Make sure it doesn't hurt you to the highest degree. Make sure that you can handle the mental capability and the mental harmonization of you and that thing, person, place, or thing. Okay? Take time to realize you can do all things. You can do all things. Yeah. Doesn't mean you're going to live doing all things. No. Okay. But you can do all things. So if you do all things in what? Moderation, then you will be fine. Using creativity and moderation to help others, and not harm others is the key. And you're trusting your intuition, trusting the process, trusting those aligned to you. And it's really helping you to bring forward, all of the things that were suppressed are coming to the forefront and being made light, being made into a transmutation of an energy. Yeah. And turning that suppression into ordinariness, turning that into daily, understanding, okay, so something else is coming up because I was repressing these things, but now they're coming up to the forefront and I am dealing with these things. I am compartmentalizing these things. I am understanding, appreciating, and learning and applying these things. You know what I mean? And that's what's helping you to get that peace, that safe zone, that ordinary fascination of intriguingness that is collective. And it's like, you've been waiting on this communication to come in. You've been also waiting to communicate to others. And it's all happening at the perfect time. It's all happening at the perfect time because you've been fighting and you want to, you like, I've been fighting. I stay ready from getting ready. I'm ready to fight, but you didn't know what the hell you were fighting for. And sometimes you still don't even know what you're fighting for. Sometimes it's like, am I just fighting to fight? Yeah. You're fighting a good fight. You're fighting to live another day. You're fighting to see a smile on somebody's face and fighting to have one on yours. You're fighting for the right thing always. Trust and believe that, because we are the world. So within, so outwardly, So the things that we're going through and the things that we're illuminating within ourselves, we're triggering other things. We're healing the universe. We're moving, we're joining, we're, doing all the things that we're meant to do. We're healing, we're rising, we're vibrating, we're evolving, we're transitioning, we're growing. And it's this energy that is going to allow us to stay grounded, balanced, and harmonized throughout time, space, and evolution. Okay? Yeah. Because the hermit time was so important to us. Taking that hermit time, even being like, you know what? I'm not going outside today. You know what? I'm gonna take this time to clean. I'm gonna take this time to organize. I'm gonna take this time to spend time with people who are important to me. I'm gonna take this time to call people. I'm gonna take this time to invest in myself. I'm gonna take this time to invest in those I care for. And there's so many great things that you're doing that is bringing a certain ripeness to your manifestation. So it's bringing things into fruition with fruits, bringing things into fruition with fruits while giving you everything that you wanted, everything that you needed, without giving you everything you've asked for. Because if you get everything that you asked for at one time, what the hell would you do with it? You have to get it slowly throughout. Quick stuff goes quick. But if it takes time to build, if it takes time to involve, if it takes time to push through, if it takes effort, if it takes, determination, these are the things that we want ripest in our life. These are the things that we want, the things that make us uncomfortable, the things that we really don't know about, the things that we're learning about, the things that we pursue, the things that other people pursue that we are intrigued by. These are things that are important for right now. Because not only are they showing us our inner voice, our inner emotions, our inner soul, our inner higher self, and our inner source, but it's also showing us how to use that for us, allowing Earth to work for us, not us working for Earth, even though there's an interdependence that we all agree on. Absolutely. You've been lied to, cheated on, deceived. You are a lying, cheating, and deceiver. So there's a reciprocity through life. Understand that your karmic patterns by this time have already evened and balanced and equated themselves. So don't think, 10 years from now or 2 days from now, I'm going to get this bad karma that from 25 years ago. And it's like, that's not even the case. You've already done so much good to balance out that bad and continue to do good, to balance out any discrepancies. So, you just have to continue to trust that process. You have to continue to trust that process. You have to continue to be friendly, to treat others how you want to be treated, and maybe even a little better, because maybe that's the balance. You know what I mean? And it's moving forward with that understanding that's really helping all of us to evolve and transition and grow and get to the places that we're trying to get to. So, moral of this reading is, with the Three of Pentacles, it's time to come together, to work together, to unify, to form, to build, to transition, to transmutate, to transform, to evolve, to ascend, to grow together. To cut out that silence, unless it's self-silence that you need for your peace, but to break silence, to allow your feelings to come to the forefront, to speak on your feelings, to speak on your thoughts, and to understand that you are supported and loved regardless of those thoughts or feelings, because sharing is caring. So whenever you share, you're caring. And whenever someone shares, they're caring. And whenever you share together, you're both caring. And that is a beautiful thing that not only heals each person involved, but also the people around and the people that each people touch, and then the universe. Okay. So yes, you guys, this has been the reading. I really do hope that this has helped. I hope that, this has enlightened you guys, and that you guys want to move forward and, work with me and continue to watch these videos and continue to do your self-work, to comment, to post, to share this or any of, these things, to help not only you, but to help me for putting out this information. Sharing is caring. So if you share, I know you care. And also, hit that like button, and also hit the notification so that you can be alerted for every time that I post. It will let you know. You guys, God bless you. Stay blessed and never stressed. It's much peace, much power, and much love. Namaste, you guys.